Is marriage worth it after all? Why should people get married and they feel trapped inside marriage? Now the question that is begging for answer is marriage necessary? Is it worth the while after all? Yes, these questions are there because of what is happening right now. There are so many people getting married, and inside the marriage, they feel they have committed error, they feel trapped, they feel they've gotten married to the wrong person, there are regrets, they wish they never got married, they start wishing they stayed unmarried. So it is true. Is the institution overvalued? Is the hype about marriage worth it after all? Well, this is the answer that you must have for yourself. Answers differ from one person to another, because if you decide within your heart that it is not worth it to get married, then what is the option? What is your choice? You cannot decide on your own that you don't want to get married and you want to live your life the way you have chosen to. Living your life the way you have chosen to is not an option. It's better that you never ever consider those options. Like, yes, you're waiting to get married and you are waiting for the right person that you get married to, which is okay. But the decision whether you should get married or whether you shouldn't get married, that decision is a serious one. If you have a suitor, you're telling yourself the institution is not worth it after all. Why should I get married? After all, my friends are not happily married. Whatever choice you're going to make must be reasonable. You must be sure in that choice that you're not going to hurt yourself, you're not going to hurt your loved ones in the course of making that decision. Apostle Paul said, is in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 9, that it is better to marry than to burn with passion. Don't be scared that somebody else's marriage is having issues, and of course you have not even tried, but you have concluded within your heart that it is not going to work. Though that conclusion may not be the best, you are like starting your journey from the back. Why don't you individualize this institution? Tell yourself, okay, it's me. I'm going to get married. It's my choice. Let's see if it's going to work. Let's see, it's going to work. And I will try and make it work after all. I agree quite all right that there are so many situations happening within this institution right now, so many. But if you have the right mindset, I need you to understand that the right mindset, and you have to, let me tell you, I have to tell you this right now. The institution is more spiritual than physical. What do I mean by that? It's not something you go with your carnal mind and your carnal eyes. You have to ask God. It's something you need to pray about before you decide. Before you decide on this journey, you need to pray about it. You need to ask God for his perfect will. Because what most people are going through right now is the permissive will of God. You are trying to get married. You're telling, no, Father, this is it. I want to get married. No, Father, should I get married? My God, my Creator, should I get married to this person? Is it your will? Let thy will be done and not my will. But when it comes to marriage, we just feel, let my will be done. Let my will be done is not the best when you are deciding on this journey that has no end to it. So God's will should be paramount in your decision. If you don't want to get married like Apostle Paul did not get married, you have to really sell your heart and sell your body and sell everything that concerns you to God. What I mean by that, you have to devote your life and your heart to God so that you don't start making decisions or taking decisions and doing things that may come back to hurt or haunt you. So deciding on this, whether or not to get married, is not a decision you want to take like that because you believe somebody else is suffering in his or her marriage. It's a decision you must take, making up your mind on what you want. That is, I want to get married or I don't want to get married. Okay, look at the two sides of the coin. I want to get married goes with that mindset and determination. It goes with sacrifices because it's an institution that you do not even know what is in there. You only go in there and find out what is there, and what is there with the grace of God and preparedness of heart. And of course, you have prayed and God has said this is for you. You find that all the temptations and all the trials and all the situations that you will encounter, you will just be gliding through it because the grace of God is available for you to glide through it. Situations will surely come. Is somebody going to say to me today that he or she is in a marriage and is all perfect and rosy? No. You are two individuals, and none of you is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So two imperfect individuals have come together to start a home. So what do you expect? You are bound to have ripples. You are bound to have situations. But I'm not talking about those kind of situations that don't make sense, like battery. Raising your hand on your wife is not an issue. And you, woman, torturing your husband with your mouth is not an issue. That's totally out of it. So I don't know how that should even be in the first place if you've made up your mind and you're convinced in your heart that this is the person that God has proposed for you to get married to. So that's decision. I want to get married. It's a decision that comes with an open heart, and in fact, a large heart to accept the other person's weaknesses. And it's the two of you, because we are in a world that it looks like the woman has to accept the man's weaknesses, while the man just goes on rampage doing what he wants. It cannot work that way. The woman has emotions, she has feelings. So as you are expecting the woman to act in a way that is acceptable for both of you, you, the man, you must act in a way that is acceptable. You owe her a duty to love her. And you, woman, you owe him a duty to love him and to submit to him. You can't have two captains in a ship. So the two of you must be in that ship with somebody leading. And you, the man, you must lead well. Lead with wisdom. You must lead with love. You cannot hurt the one you love. You cannot be dictating to the one you love. You come together to decide and agree on that which is perfect for your home. No, you dishing out orders like you are the boss. Of course, you are the boss of the home, but you don't have to throw it like this, like a boss indeed. What? You are the boss because you're the head. Let's remove the word boss. You are not even the boss. You are the head because God has enthroned you. He has enthroned you as the head. So you have to lead. What does the head do? You carry the body carefully. You carry the body with wisdom, and you carry the body tenderly so that you are moving. The head is moving in harmony with the body. That's why you are the man and the head. So wisdom, love, and patience must be your watchword. The woman is not there for you to kick around like she's just one tool in your space. Then the other decision is, I don't want to get married. Fine. If you don't want to get married, the society cannot step down on you or step on you because you don't want to get married. It's your decision. But that decision, like the other decision of the one that decided to get married, has rules, expectations, and sacrifices to be made. You don't want to get married also has sacrifices and rules and expectations also. Like Apostle Paul sold his heart and his life to the service of God, because he didn't want distractions. He didn't want marriage to distract him at all. You cannot be living like you own your own life. God has expectations of you. You can't use your body the way you like. No. As a Christian, I'm telling you now that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You cannot just take decisions that you feel like you have to take because I'm not married. I don't need a man to ask whether I should do what I want to do. You have God to ask. And you have your body to keep holy and pure for God. And your decisions must tally with what God expects you to do. You can't even give quality life to children that don't have the means of having that quality, that life, that kind of life that they will otherwise want to access because of circumstances in the families. Maybe the family cannot afford to give them the life they really they deserve, really. Or something happened and the family is now handicapped. Yes, you can reach out. You can be happy. But again, I say, you cannot begin to write your rules of happiness outside what God expects of you. So both decisions, you must know that there's a God factor and you have to consider him. Whether the marriage institution is overvalued or is overhyped, you are just part of the institution. Your own experience is different, it's unique. Every home is unique, yours is unique. Don't cut and paste somebody else's experience on your own. You have to go with an open mind, prepare your heart, be ready to make sacrifices, love without boundaries. Don't you ever hurt that partner. Support each other's dreams. Make excuses for your mistakes and errors. Nobody is perfect. You are going to bump into the kind of situations that you'll be wondering, why did I marry this person after all? Don't forget that the person has feeling. The person might just be asking himself or herself, why did he or she get married to you as well? Tolerate each other. Make sure you honor the institution, honor your vows, love, respect one another, and let God be the one to lead in that decision and on that journey you both embarked on, whether the institution is overhyped or not, whether the marriage institution is of worth after all, is for you to determine how your journey is going to be with the help of God. Everyone's experience is different. So Be open, have open mind, and be determined to be happy. This is Mercy Moment TV saying to you, be happy. And please don't forget to subscribe to Mercy Moment TV, like and share the videos. Bless people with this video. And as you do so by sharing them, God will bless you also. Thank you for watching. Be happy.